Hello everybody and welcome back. This is Skidude and it is time to wrap up this How to Animate series. Now it has been probably at least about 2 weeks since I've put up any videos at all. And that's because I work full time, I've got a family, and sometimes you just don't have time to sit down and have some peace and quiet to record a YouTube video. But I finally found a couple moments where I can sit down and hopefully we're going to hurry and finish this animation and maybe just make this a 4-part video series. So let's look at what we got so far. I was looking it over and I was kind of like, man, this is crappy, but we'll just play it. So we've got the stick, we're playing with the dog, he's like, yeah, jumps up, wags his tail. I think we need to fix that camera angle. And then we added our little cut right there. So I do want to fix this camera angle because I want to get like him jumping up and his tail wagging. So maybe we'll look like this. Yeah, that works. Alright, and so he wags his tail, shows how happy he is, and then I put this break in the animation where I can cut it. So we're now starting where they are over here. Now Skidude still has the stick in his hand. It's kind of funny, I'm talking about myself in third person, but it works, so I'm just going to keep doing it. So Skidude has the stick, and I think we're actually going to have him throw it over the top of the house. Instead of over yonder because we don't have much space over here, so I think throwing it over the top of the house will give it a good effect of, oh, we don't know where the stick went and the dog left, now we just have to wait for him to come back. So let's reposition these guys just a little bit. Let's grab Skidude here, let's twirl open position, and let's bring him over here. And let's actually rotate him around. About that much. Now, is he on the ground? Yes, he is. Let's grab Mr. Puppy. Also bring him... I think we're going to do it like this, where the dog's now going to be facing this way and Skidude's. So they kind of switch places and which directions they were looking in. I'm pretty sure he is not... Oh, is he sitting on the ground? No. Sometimes it's a little trippy and you don't actually see if they are or not. Okay. So I wanted to give it a little bit more movement when he's shaking the stick, because right here, when I rewatch it, he kind of just looks like he's having a seizure because he's just like shaking his head all over. So we're gonna try and get. There's my start menu. We're gonna try and give Skidude a little bit more movement when he's gonna get ready to throw the stick. So what I was thinking is right leg. We are going to bend. Then we're going to rotate. Let's see, how was I thinking of doing this? Alright, I have a vague idea. No, I'm not going to be floating here all celestial-like. What we're going to do is we're going to get him down into a crouched position. So he can kind of jump around while he's trying to get the dog all ready to go fetch the stick. And so it's looking good. So he's in his power squat. That's what we're going to call it. He's in his power squat. Now we've got his legs bent and we're going to have him lean just a little bit forward. Bring his head back up. Arms. Arms can't be stiff as a board. That's not what we wanted. And bendy bendy. Now this one we're... let's see. You actually are going to rotate. Which one do I want? Let's just reset this arm. Reset part. I think it's Y. Nope. Reset part. It's always good to rotate it the direction you want before bending and stuff like that. Just I find it's easier to do. Alright, so we have one arm bending up and one arm bending down like that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have him like kind of dance around and like give a little bit more movement when he's shaking the stick for the dog. So we are going to turn off the camera frame so that we can work on this. We're going to click on this keyframe here, give it a little bit of space, and now we're actually going to bring this a little bit closer, and we're going to give him a quick hop. And to do so, let's see, when we hop, our legs straighten out just a little bit because we are extruding force. So we're going to bring those back out. We are going to rotate it back in just a little bit to show that he kind of pushed off on the ground. We'll do that one a little bit more. Head, we'll go back just a little bit. Now this is going to be a pretty fast one. We'll see how it actually turns out. The arm we'll bring up. And this arm, left, no, we want the right arm. We're going to bring up and straighten it out just a smidgen. And then for this keyframe, we are going to get actually we're going to remove this keyframe. And we're going to copy this one by selecting it, holding Control, and clicking over. Now we're actually going to move it over, maybe? Ah, there we go. It was moving. Okay, now it's going to be quick, so we'll see how it goes. Yes, success. So we're going to copy this one, we're going to bring it out, and we're going to copy this one, and we're going to bring it over. So we'll see how it goes. little hop. So let's copy these. I may want to spread them out just a little bit because it is kind of a quick hop, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll spread them out. I love doing that, clicking somewhere and adding keyframes. So we're going to select those one, move them out like that, select this, delete that, select this, move them out, click on you. Okay, so we've spread them all out. Now let's take a look at the speed now. It's kind of static when he... Stop. It's kind of static when he jumps back. But that's okay. We're gonna... Let's see. Dink. Dook. 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 Ah, that's why. I copied the wrong keyframe. So this one needs to go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now it's going to look better. There we go. Whole body movement. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. So this one comes back to there. So we only need to copy these ones and not the first one. Alright. Happy. So it is going to look... and there's my phone. Alright, sorry about that. When grandmother calls, you must answer the phone. Okay, that's just a rule. So we have Skidude doing his little hoppy hop. And then the dog just kind of blankly standing there. So we need to decide the camera angle here, and if we actually want to animate the dog getting ready. So I think let's see here. Turn the camera timeline back on. This keyframe we're actually going to bring over to here, and we're actually going to have it look. Let's have it look from the dog's point of view right here. So let's see how that does. I've noticed Skidude is blankly staring off into the distance. instead of at the dog. So we're going to reposition the dog. And it is hard to do with kind of drawn faces. You can't really see where their focal point is. Camera's back on. Come on. Come on, come on. So I'm going to move it here just so I can see. Kind of want to get maybe get like the dog's ears in the shot, like this. So bring this back out just a little bit. This is going to be good. And while we're doing that, the dog is slowly going to turn his head and be like, "Ski dude, what you talking about? You are a moron." He's going to be like, "What?" Alright, so let's go back to our camera frame, press play. He's like, "What?" Alright, and now we need to do the mighty throw animation. But before we do that, we save because things do crash. Now let's turn on the camera. And this is gonna be interesting because we're gonna have to animate I'm just gonna do a couple step throw, and he's gonna throw it as hard as he can over. And we'll see how it goes. So we've got him here. And like this, we want him to take a step. And so I always have to kind of like imitate it when I'm sitting in my chair, how I'm gonna do this. So if I'm holding the stick like this, the stick's gonna come back and around, and then I'm gonna throw it because I'm leaning forward and I'm gonna take a run. So let's start with the legs. Legs, we are going to rotate back in, and since we're going to be pushing off one, we're going to push it back like that. And the other leg is going to come forward. I'm going to rotate it in. This arm, we're going to swing. Let's see. If I'm holding it like this, we're going, okay. We're going to rotate it. It doesn't look very natural. Let's see, let's try it this way. And this arm, we're going to swing, nope, we're going to swing back. And bring the head down just a little bit. And the body a little bit, because we're going to take a step forward. So it goes, and we need to actually move when we do said motion. Like this. So he goes, alright. And then here, we're going to bring him forward again. We're going to make these big strides. So now we need to switch which leg is in front and which leg is in back. So we're going to bring this forward. And we're going to bring this one back. Now instead of just doing it like that, I am going to change the bend on it just a little bit to show that there's more movement than just his hips. As much movement as possible is always a good idea. And then this arm swings forward. And this arm swings back. We are going to rotate it up just a little bit. Okay, how does this look? And one more. This is actually a pretty good running animation. Bring it back, bring it forward. And the dog, we'll have the dog jump out of the way. And now we need to get him ready to throw it. So we're actually going to rotate him just a smidgen like this. Gonna bring this leg. I'm not even seeing what I'm doing. What was I doing? Oh yes, that's what I want. Like this. I'm gonna bend it. And this leg, like this. I'm gonna unbend it. Bring it down. We're going to body, turn the body. Alright, let's see how this is actually turning out before I go all the way through with it. Yes, he's gonna do a really weird throw, but it's gonna work. And oftentimes when we're getting ready to throw something, we kind of turn our whole body with it. So I'm gonna turn my head with the body movement. And we're going to this arm. Nope. Right arm. Right before left. We are going to rotate out. Is this what I want? No, I want the yellow one. And now I want... no, let's undo. Let's save first. And I still am scared to use the undo, honestly said. This is when it gets a little bit tricky. So that's like that. Trying to think. Okay. We're gonna throw it a little like side saddle here. So we're gonna bring this up. And we're going to bring this all the way back. I'm going to unbend. Alright, let's see how this looks. It's a little fast, so we'll spread out those keyframes. And then here, we're just going to crank that body. And we're going to go... We're going to throw it. We're going to throw it good. And we're going to take this arm. And we got our rotations all wonky here. It's going to look like he's pretty much breaking his arm when he throws it. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, that works. And of course his head will spin with this body movement. This arm will open up and swing on back. And the leggies will switch spots. Oh, let's undo that. Save. So turning the body kind of messed up how his legs actually look. So let's try and fix that. This video may turn out to be long, but we're gonna finish this animation. Okay, so save. Let's take a look at what we got. Playing, then he goes. Now I do want to spread these out just a little bit. Because it is, I kind of want to make it a slow step throw. So we'll see how this space makes it look. Granted, I can speed this up and slow it down. I actually want that last throw to be a big turn. Ugh. Alright. Now, at said point, at about right here, we need the stick to disappear. So we're going to add a keyframe here for the stick. And I do that because I want to make it go invisible instantly when we throw the stick. So at about this point right here, I want the stick to go invisible. So I add that keyframe there, I add a keyframe after it, and on this keyframe I hit visible. So now it goes invisible. And at this point, we are going to add another stick. We're going to add item. Stick, 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 stick. There it is. We're going to name this stick 2. Now stick 2 is down here. And what we want to do is we want to add a keyframe right here. We're going to go back to the beginning, add a keyframe at the beginning, and we're going to turn it to visible off. And that's so it doesn't show up until we want it to. And at this point, we turn visible. Oops. We turn, oh, it's already visible at that point. So let's delete this. Now here, we need it to jump to camera. All right. Let's try to, oh, I forgot the scale. Let's get the scale off of this one. Scale 0.56. Okay. Scale. And you'll put 0.56. Ding. Alright. It still doesn't look right. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. So we're going to try and rotate this so that it matches what we're doing. Now I think I'm actually going to change the rotation point on this so it's a little bit easier to rotate, and you do that by using this little green menu here. So we're going to move that up to about right there. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, now let's try it. See, so now the rotate point is in the middle of the stick, which makes it a lot easier to move around. This is going to be fun, trying to match up the placement of this. Stick through the face! Okay, so it's not perfect, but it'll do. Since it's going to be such a quick transition, you're not really going to know. So where you want it to, we're actually going to move this back here and this to here. So now, at this point, we take this stick and shoot it off into the distance. And we're going to go reap. Right about there. Now we're gonna need to give that a little bit more space. Now that's a little bit too slow still, so we're gonna cut that down to half. Still too slow. I mean, we're throwing a stick here. That's better. Now we're gonna add some rotation on it, so at this point, let's zoom in on it. We're just going to have, yeah, let's do this rotation. We're just going to rotate that a couple times and see how that looks. It's good. I'm actually going to rotate a little bit more. One more rotation. Alright, so we're going to save. We're going to play with the camera. Okay, now we need to get a good camera angle for when he starts to run. So right about there, add a camera, and we're going to move it kinda, let's try it right there. Now, let's try it from over here. Now we are going to make this one instant as well. Alright, so we'll play. Yeah, that does it. We're just gonna cut away right pretty much right about there. We actually want to move him up a little bit. Okay, so right about there, when that ends, we're going to turn this one on instant. Actually, yeah, we're going to turn this on instant. And we're going to follow the stick. So right here. Comes up to here. And so we need to come up. We'll see how this actually goes. Now we got to be careful because we don't want to show the edge of our map, so I may have to change this. We'll see how it goes. So right about here, I think we're just gonna cut out. Except now we lost the stick. Oh, I see why. We're just going to show that it goes over the house. That's good. If I look down, you're going to see on the right hand side the edge of the map and the left hand side the edge of the map. So I want to bring it up just a little bit. So right about there where I see the roof of the house, but I can't really see. I mean, I can see it a little bit right there, but not really a big deal. So we're going to save. Now for the stick, we need to have it fall down. And now I'm just going to move it off camera. I'm not really going to worry about its placement too much just yet. So we're going to bring it down here. And we'll rotate it a couple more times. So let's check it out. Okay, and so it falls over. And now what we need to do is we need to bring Senor Skeleton into the picture. And I think I am going to make this 2 more videos, so I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to thank everybody for watching. I am going to record number 5 video right now, so I will release both this weekend, hopefully, and if not, within a couple day period. This is Ski-Dude. Thanks for watching. Hope you're learning something with this How to Animate series, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.